Hey guys, I needed to turn that line on first. Ignore the craziness behind me. I am getting ready for company to come here, and I've been just trying to get things ready. I need to get my sheets on the bed, but I wanted to share something really funny with you, and I'm trying to get back to it because I closed the page on it. Now I don't know where it is. But oh, here it is. Okay, so I have to admit I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because a lot of times when people say the Lord spoke to them, but it's through like a secular song, I'm like, did he really though? Or is it just the algorithm speaking to you? But I'm telling you, um, the Lord spoke to me through a secular song. It wasn't like, he had this big, like, booming secular song, but I believe the Lord can speak through many different ways. And I just thought this was so funny. It's not like a bad song, it's a very clean, wholesome song, but it's just not overtly Christian. But, anyways, it was Bop to the Top by Sharpay from High School Musical. And I don't remember what the guy's name is, but, anyways, I was singing that song to myself last night, and I was kind of thinking, where did that come from? Because I haven't heard that song in so long. It's been years since I've watched High School Musical. I was a kid the last time I watched it. But there's this one part that just kept playing in my mind, and I was stuck on that part. It was bop to the top, wipe away your inhibitions. And whenever I was listening to that in my head, I was like, inhibitions? What does that mean? Because I didn't know it off the top of my head, and I know, YouTubers are supposed to know everything. We're supposed to be the smartest people on earth, right? Well, sometimes we use Google too, okay? But anyways, I Googled it, and inhibitions, it means a mental feeling of self-consciousness, fear, or embarrassment that stops you from acting or speaking in a relaxed, natural way. And this is what the Lord spoke to me through this, is that he is wiping away our inhibitions. And what does that mean? I know a lot of you, if you're on this channel, I feel like my life is prophetic because a lot of things that I go through, God takes me through it, and then he ends up, telling me to share what I'm going through to help other people go through the same thing in that way. So, but, I had gone through something where it felt like the devil was really coming after me and trying to shut me up. And, it just felt like at a certain point, the devil almost had me defeated, and I was feeling just unnatural, and I felt unrelaxed. I felt like on edge. Like, if I say this on YouTube, then this is going to happen. Or if I say this on YouTube, that's going to happen. And just going through all these things. And, just asking the Lord, like, Lord, if I'm not saying anything right, if I'm not really hearing from you, then please, in your mercy, let me know, and just questioning it and going back and forth with God. And I really went through this thing of just the fear of man. And I know that, a lot of things, it'd probably be wiser not to say on YouTube because then people might use it later. But listen, I don't care. If it helps some of you out, so be it. But the Lord had just kind of wiped away that inhibition, that fear of man on me, because there was a lot of things that were going on behind the scenes. And I'm thinking, Lord, why did you put me in that situation? Because I could have been better off just keeping my mouth shut and not going there. But the Lord had been wiping away my fear of man. And if this is resonating with you, get ready to go to the top, so to speak. Get ready to go to that next level. But first, if you're going through some similar situation where you feel like things have been trying to stop you from speaking. Maybe you have your own YouTube platform. I don't know. Maybe you have some form of ministry. You might be a street preacher. You might be a singer or a songwriter. But the devil's been trying to get in your head through various ways and tell you that you're not really that important, that, God can't use you, that God can't speak to you. Who are you, basically? Well, I want to let you know that God is going to wipe away those inhibitions, those things that are making you feel unrelaxed, those things that are making you feel unnatural. But first, He has to break off that fear of man from you. So He's not just going to. We know that God doesn't just make things easy for us all the time. Now, it does say His burden is light, but that does not mean that we just coast through life because, well, the Bible tells us we're going to have tribulations. That's the Bible. That's not me speaking. So, yeah, we're going to have tribulations in this life. It's not always going to be coasting through life, but sometimes God uses certain events, certain things that He does in our lives so that He can grow us. And I feel like if you're listening to this and you're still here and you're resonating with this, then there's a big chance that, you know, God is removing the fear of man off of you. He is breaking off that feeling of, oh, what are other people going to say? What are they going to do? What are they going to think? But just get ready. And I know this sounds so cheesy, but bop to the top. He's wiping away your inhibitions. And this is going to sound cheesy too, but you know what? If you need it, sometimes it'll just speak to people, and it's God, it's not me. So if it resonates with you, give the glory to God. But be yourself, and don't let people stop you from doing what God has called you to do. Just because they have something negative to say about it, don't let that make you act unnatural. Don't let it inhibit you from doing what the Lord has placed in your heart, from what you know that the Lord is doing in your life. Don't shrink yourself back to make other people comfortable, because your light is going to make people uncomfortable. And the more God uses you, the more uncomfortable people are going to get, but you're going to have to get to a certain point where you say, oh well, you know what, let them feel how they feel. And I like to say, how people feel about me is none of my business. So that's the attitude that you have to have, is how people feel about you, let it be none of your business. Just keep on going and keep being yourself, and don't even pay attention. Don't even pay attention. I don't know why it's so hard to talk today. Don't pay attention to the inhibitors. Just keep your eyes set on Jesus. Keep focused on Him, and keep focused on what He is calling you to do. So, I just want to keep this short because, like I said, I got a lot of stuff to do today. But I don't know who that's for. I hope this encouraged you. Bop to the top. Wipe away your inhibitions. All right, guys. I love you. I'm out.